Hello, and welcome to Sharkgoeschomp. This is Sadie, and tonight we'll be doing a few stories about Ouija boards. The first story was submitted by Made Up by Maybe, and the title is The Warning. In 1977, I was 12 years old. My best friend Jamie and I were continually messing around my Ouija board. We were mostly interested in contacting any spirit that happened to be around. After a few months of playing with the board, weird things started happening in my house. We usually played the board at my house because no one else was there right after school. One day, after school, we went to my house as usual. Jamie and I were talking and walking through the living room. From there, we could hear a loud, continuous whooshing sound coming from the upstairs. Knowing we were in the house alone, we quietly crept up the stairs to see what that sound was. It was the water running full blast in the bathroom sink. We shut off the faucet and wondered to each other about the weirdness of that. My father was always the last one to leave the house in the morning, and he would never, ever leave the water going full blast like that. We tried to shut it off and went back downstairs. As we got to the foot of the stairs, we heard it again, that same noise. The water had come back on and was running full blast in the bathroom sink. We ran back upstairs, shut it off, ran downstairs, out the back door, and went to Jamie's house until my parents came home. Not long after that, we were again playing with the Ouija board. I don't remember any of the communications with it, but it is what happened afterwards that haunts me to this day. Jamie and I were sitting side by side on the floor with our backs on the wall. We had set the Ouija board aside and were chatting for a few minutes. I had asked a question and was waiting for Jamie to respond. Nothing. I looked over at her and she was staring straight ahead. Not blinking, just staring. I called her name and leaned over to look at her, when she suddenly jerked her head in my direction. Her blue eyes were wide open, but the pupils had virtually disappeared. I stared at this person, this sudden stranger who looked like my best friend. Those eyes were not Jamie's eyes. That was not my best friend staring at me 6 inches from my face. "Jamie?" I asked, not really sure what else to say. "Are you all right? Jamie, what's wrong?" 100 things went through my mind, all at the same time. Was this an emergency? Some sort of tumor? A seizure? I didn't know whether to try to touch her or go get help. Then Jamie opened her mouth in the deepest, baritone, full adult male voice and said, "Stop doing what you're doing." I was shocked. Before I could collect my thoughts and respond, that voice boomed out again. "Stop doing what you're doing." Jamie jerked her head to face forward again, and casually, in her real voice, answered my question in the conversation that had been interrupted. She did not know anything weird had happened, and was truly freaked out when I told her. That event scared us so much that we both swore off the Ouija board and decided to throw it away. Not knowing any better, or even thinking there was a better way to dispose of the board, we wrapped it in a big green trash bag, took it out to my garbage can, removed the other bags that were already in the can, threw the Ouija board bag in the bottom of the can, and threw the other garbage bags on top of it, and slammed the lid closed on the whole thing. We felt good knowing that the garbage would be collecting early that very next morning. About a month after that, Jamie and I were again at my house by ourselves. We decided to go up into the attic to explore some old boxes that were stashed up there. As we got to the top of the stairs, there was a bookshelf on the right-hand side. On top of the bookshelf was my Ouija board. I know it was mine because Jamie and I had doodled all over the cover. We stared at the board and slowly backed down the stairs. We slammed the attic door and just ran outside. That board stayed in our attic, untouched, for years. Then one day, when I was getting ready to leave home to join the Air Force, I went to get the board to burn it, or to find a way to get rid of it. But it wasn't there. It's never been seen again. Neither Jamie nor I have ever done in a Ouija board again. We truly believe that warning was for real.